Okay, so class has started right now. So we're gonna be trying to make an achievement system. Just can you just can you hear me? Okay, I think yeah, okay. So, okay. So we're gonna be making an achievement system today. I just made a new project for with the FPS template. So we're just gonna be using that. You can just use it in your project. So to start with, we're just gonna make a folder for the achievements. All the scripts and everything in here will be. Gonna make an achievement folder and then another one for scripts and another one for the actual achievements because we're gonna be using scriptable objects for this. So let's just write. We can name it Achieve Scriptable Objects. Okay. So first of all, we're gonna make two. I think I'm going a bit too fast. I think I should slow down. So we're gonna just make two scripts right now. One is a achievement manager, and the other would be the actual achievement script for the scriptable objects folder. And then just an achievement, you can call it. I always, why am I writing folders? Okay, let's just first open the achievement manager. I spelled it, it's okay. So to start it, we're just gonna make this into an instance, which essentially means that it'll be easier for other objects to get information from this manager. Whenever you make a manager script, it's usually best to make it into an instance. So we're going to do this public static, and then we're going to copy the name from here, and we're going to call it instance. So whenever you make a manager script, it also should also be the only manager script of that kind. So we don't want two achievement managers in one scene. So to fix this, what we could do is add just a little script. It's best to make it awake, which it will essentially just check if instance equals null. If so, then we would like to first of all make that this is the instance. So if there's no instance, this will be the instance. And then also we could make it don't destroy on load. Don't destroy on load. And why would we do this? It's because if you're working with multiple scenes, this could bring this object between the scenes. It's really helpful. Okay, and then let's say there is another instance when it's checking for an instance. Let's say there is another instance. Then what we want to do is we could also write else if there is an instance, so it's not null. We could debug.log going to make a log warning, we could say attempting to create a second achievement. What's happening? Can't type today. Achievement manager. And then we could give it the give it a name, and then if one could, so we can insult ourselves when programming. It's always best to do that. So then we could just destroy the game object. So it will be only V1. Now this already works well. Hopefully it should work for you too. And oh, I forgot to need to write the return. So then the void star that should have not removed the void. I forgot. We could just type it right now. We're gonna. So this will check that if there is any, as I explained, there's only going to be one instance, and we're gonna make the achievements right now themselves, which would be in the achievement. Now this will be a scriptable object, so no mono behavior will not be mono behavior, and would want this to be a scriptable object. We tried here create asset name. This is just so we can, when making the scriptable object itself, we should find it by this method. Equals, you could call it achievement. Let's actually have it the same way. And then file name. We can also make this the same. Yeah, that should, we got this. Yeah, that should work. Now for objects, we're not gonna use any of this. We're just gonna, simple objects will just store some information. So like the name, the description of the achievement, the image that comes with it, just some stuff like that. So you could also like change some stuff here if you want your achievement to hold other information. I'll just be giving it a string. This will be a name. Tab 9 remember it. And description. We'll just call it disk. And also we want an image. So if you want to add an, actually we don't need to add the Unity LDI because it's gonna be a texture actually. Public texture, and we can call it achievement image. We also should add an index, achievement index. Now let's just save both of these and check if they were working. It's always good to check before writing too many lines of code. Yep, like that. I think I just misspelled. Let's see that the first line. Create asset manager attribute. No, it's done. Yeah, okay. So create asset menu. I have the code written on like another monitor, so I'm just checking like what I did do wrong. Create asset. Oh, I spelled the asset. Okay. ASS, EST, ASS, Linux assist. Anyway, by the way, if you have any questions, you can write them down and write them. Be checking that each once in a while to see if anyone has questions or only the only person watching this. So yeah, now we should make an empty game object. We'll call it achievement manager. Give it. We can just drag and drop this achievement manager script. And then as for the achievement script objects folder, just press create an achievement. And we'll call this achievement dash zero or whatever numbering system you want. I'm gonna do it like this. You should start with zero because actually, as you see, we're gonna be using a lot of things in Unity's numbering systems start with zero. So we can stay with them. It'll make it much easier when programming to start with zero. So let's name this achievement, I don't know, like playing for the first time. Like when you start the game, it will give you this achievement, playing for the first time. And description could be, uh, we can just like put, right, you played it, you played the game. Index is zero. And as for texture, then actually, you can just put any texture really. For now, like just do it, make things ready. I'm just gonna get another texture. I'm just gonna turn off my cam streaming just for a second, so I can just get the thing. I have it here. Okay, done. So yeah, we should actually make this into another folder. We will call this achievement images. Drag and drop all of these. I can drag this for me. So these are just some quick drawings I did before. Beautiful. And this is a copy of it, so I'm actually pleased. So we're going to make three achievements, and with the system, you can add much more easily. So to start off, we're gonna, like, I don't know, the guy in prison will be playing the game. Let's just, uh, okay, for the second one, we're easy level, we'll call it easy level. The second achievement will be called that because, as you see here, it's easy peasy. Index will be one, and that was easy for description. And last achievement, the numbering system isn't good. Okay, so this was mirror. I will call it just mirror. Mirror, cool. Index to be two. So two means it's achievement three actually because we start from zero. That's tricky to remember, but yeah. So we already got kind of the achievements going, but they're just information. We need to actually save the fact that we have got an achievement and know when we actually get an achievement. So so we're gonna go to achievement manager and we're gonna now make a new void. This void will be called unlocked achievement. This is what happens when we're just gonna call this void with the achievement we want to unlock, and then that should unlock this achievement. So let's just make it here down. It should be public, by the way, because we're gonna call this from other scripts. Public void unlock achievement unlock achievement. So we're gonna pass this script, and then we can call this achievement dash. So we now that so let's say I'm in another script, I could just pass this and say the achievement, and this will just automatically it will get the achievement and be able to unlock it, and it will be saved as unlocked. We're going to be saving with player prefs. It's not very a saving method, but it's like the easiest one. And if you, it's a whole other kind of worms to make another achievement. I mean, another saving. If you want me, I could make another lesson about that. Okay, so we're gonna make a public so you just can see it. We're gonna be accessed by another system. Public list of uh, achievements. I'm gonna call it achievement. This is just so we will be used later on. I then another public list, and not public list, sorry, public pool array. Now this will be important as this is unlocked. Achievement. Achieve. Now these there'll just be a bunch of booleans saying that say if I unlock and achievement true or false, false for not unlocked, true for unlocked. So we'll go back to this now, and we'd want to say that 1 second. Yeah, okay. Unlock achievement. Unlocked. Actually, I should probably call it unlocked. Unlocked achievement. And then which achievement are we talking about? Well, achievement dash dot achievement index. I mean, achievement index. So we can put it here. Now it will equal true, not try true. Okay. So this should actually make the achievements kind of work. You just need to now need a way to call this function, which we will do with another script. Now this script really depends on what you want to do. I'm just gonna make a simple trigger. So let's say when going inside this house, that's it'll give you an achievement. When, like for example, you could also make it when the player jumps 50 times, gives them an achievement. Really depends on what you want to do. Let's make another achievement, another achievement script. Let's call this achievement trigger. You'd probably also want something similar to this. Okay, now for this one. Now let me actually just copy paste one line of code because I'm afraid I'll write it wrongly. Okay, so this is the on trigger enter, so it just checks if anything enters in the collider of the object, and then we want to say that, okay, let's say if something entered, what entered? So we're gonna get other, which is the collider that enters, other dot game object dot tag. So we're gonna get this tag and make it ask it, hey, is it equal to player, for example? That's if the player entered the collider. If so, then what we'd want to do is now this is why we made it into an instance because it makes it super easy to call it from other scripts. So what we want to do like achievement manager, we'll call it achievement manager, doesn't matter. Achievement meta management here. And we just essentially want to write achievement manager. Actually, we can make this private, I think. Achievement dot uh, instance. Now we want to call this void. Okay, we're almost on this part. We just also need an achievement. Which achievement are we unlocking? We just do it like this, and we'll tell it, okay, the achievement I want to unlock is this achievement, which will drag and drop to say which one. And of course, not write something wrong. So instance cannot be achievement manager cannot be accessed on an instant reference qualifier, blah blah blah. Okay, name instead 1313 9 13 13. Did I misspell it? No, I misspelled this. No, let me look. Hmm, could be made. I doubt it, but it could be as public. Okay. I also forgot, you also need to write this as destroy game object because you don't have to do this, but you don't want to keep on hide this even though you've unlocked it. Yes, cannot be accessed with an instance reference qualifier. It's a type name instead. That's a type name.
Did I miss anything?
Excuse me. We're we're making the achievement system.
Hang on.
So just this bug. I have the type name. Okay, so it's this. Oh, right there. That's weird. Why am I getting? Oh, I'm an idiot. I figured it out. Don't need this, right? It's not. Yeah, and also I don't need to add a dash. I should manage this not exist. And one day it works. Oh, okay, so I also wrote it wrong. I apologize. I apologize for that. It should work now. It's taking long to reload. That means it worked. Okay, and okay, no errors anymore. So what we can do is now make the trigger. Let's just write achievement trigger. We'll add a box collider. So we'll just move this closer to the player so it doesn't take too long to reach. Like right over here. Let's make this bigger. Now, if the player, which is this object, with the player tag already has the player tag, if it enters, it will call the function from the achievement manager, and it will say that, hey, I've done this achievement. Which achievement is it? Let's say achievement one. I mean, zero, I mean. Which, and there's one more thing that we need to do. I actually, achievement manager, yeah, that's what I need to do. We forgot to drag it and drop these. For most achievements, Boolean, we're just gonna write like 10. It just needs to be at least the same amount of achievements you have. Achievement, yes. drag and drop these achievements onto here. Now let's try it out. Actually, didn't try see if the movement script works. If it doesn't work, I can just drag it use in the scene view, which should also work. Okay. Now the trigger's over there, so let's just achievement manager. If you go through here, achievement trigger is not a trigger. I mean, it's just a box item. It does nothing. Oh, yeah, I didn't give it a rigid body. I think it needs a rigid body, right? Kinematic and trigger. Now let's check it. Does not work. Are we in the trigger? We are surely in the trigger. So when something like this happens, check where it's not working. We can do this by saying, does this function even be called? It should actually, it will give us an error if it doesn't. But achievement index, unlock the achievement, debug.log, we call it unlocking achievement. Okay, now let's see. If we call that we know a bit closer to where the problem is. It's not being called, okay. So it's something to do with triggering. Well, did I write this wrong? Okay, I know what I did. I wrote let's play with auto capital P. So just, uh, P is capital with the player tag. Didn't change the player tag. So, if it's not working for you, just check if it's the tag is correct. Okay, now for the big reveal. Unlocking achievement, and achievement has been unlocked. As you can see here, the Boolean 0 is equal to unlock. It became true. Okay, so now we wanna let's add a bit more just so we can, when debugging later, I mean checking if the achievements work, it will be easier. And here. Okay, actually, let's give them a 3D object. See them when playing. And let's turn off the box collider. So we know roughly like if we go roughly with that cube, we should get an achievement. Another cube there and another cube there. And we'll tell it achievement cube on the left will be achievement number one, achievement number two, which is achievement number three, will be on that. Okay, so let's just check if it works. If it does, we start saving it. And then after we save it, we'll add an animation when, like not animation, like on the notification. That's what I mean. But there's a notification saying that, hey, we got this achievement. And then at the end, we'll just make a list of achievements we have gotten. Okay, achievement manager, got number one. Let's see if we can get this. Got it. Okay, perfect. And last but not least, this one. Okay, great. We got we can get achievements now. Saving using player press. Okay, so let's go to achievement manager. Essentially, you can remove this if you only can keep it. Okay, so we want to save most of the things we're going to save is going to be essentially actually everything we're going to save will be an unlock achievement. That'll make it easier. So what we'd want to first of all do, uh, player press, as I said before. Let me just get it up. I also want a debugging boolean, bool debug um, achievements. So what this will do is just always save what achievement we have. It's not performance wise good. That's for making it debug thing. So the player shouldn't be allowed to use this. So uh, using player press. Okay. So player press dot set int. We want the boolean, but sadly player props don't have booleans, so the closest thing will be an int. So dot set int, and we'll call this achievement dash. Uh, Now here's the thing: we're gonna call it as achievement dash with its number. But how will we know which number it is? The way we'll know is achievement dash plus achievement dot achievement index. Which let me just get it from here so I don't misspell it. As I've shown below. So we're gonna set the achievement to be. Now we know which achievement we're gonna set as true as in player press. So then we would want to also say, yeah, one for true. And then at the end, layer press dot save. So this will save everything. Now just go check if it works. Actually, not actually playing, just saying if I misspelled anything. Because now we're saving it, but we want to access if it's saved or not. So to see if it's actually saving, we're gonna write a debug.log. Okay, this will work. So in update, we're gonna write debug.log achievement 0 is, and we're gonna just actually no, we don't need to stop it. So let's write it down. Player preps dot get int. Now this cannot difference between get int and set int is that get int we can't put the we'll just get the number, but set int we're gonna change the number to be whatever we want it to be. So get int achievement 0. Let's copy paste this. Change it to achievement 1 and 2. Let's usually write this bug. Well, this is a bug, but I wonder sometimes how I've been doing this for 3 years and still doing mistakes like this. Okay, now the big reveal. Dun 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 dun. Work inshallah. Okay, so as you see, it says everything is because we haven't unlocked anything yet. Okay, and that's looking promising. Achievement 0 is 1, which means it's true. And achievement now 2 should also be. Yeah, it started now doing achievement 2. Oh, by the way, if it looks like this for you guys, like unreadable as it's so fast, just press. Wait, it should actually look something like this. We're just scrolling just really quickly. Just press this collapse button. It collapses. each time you unlock something, just press clear. And actually, let's keep this one not done so we can check it better. So if we get out and come back in, these booleans should not be saved. We still haven't put that. That's the thing. But this should start telling us that 0 and 2 are saved. Are true. Yes, achievement 0, achievement 2 are 1, which means true. Okay, so if we wanted to keep this again, it's not going to be too much important. Uh, Now we can also just do the debug thing. We can do that now. Debug achievement. If debug achievement is true, we will essentially want to always be saving the achievement. So doing this, that if like we can like directly say achievement 0 is dash. I think my okay. I thought my headphones got disconnected. Sorry. So achievement this equals. We're not gonna say 1. We're gonna say whatever unlocked achievement says it is. Oh wait, actually, just thing I just thought. Of. My headphones keep on disconnecting. Can you being heard? Yeah, now it's showing up. Okay, so we're gonna now just essentially change a boolean to int, so we can save it here. Also gonna probably be useful later on. So let me do that now. So essentially get the unlocked achievement dot one. We before is gonna write system dot convert to N32, and then we're gonna give it this thing. Now do the trick, and then change these. So this is just a debug thing. Didn't do. It'll help us debugging. Oh yeah, almost forgot. Play press dot save to actually save what we're saving. So I know I've done that in the start function. Actually, we're gonna check. This is where this list of achievements come in helpful. We're gonna do a for each loop. So for each, actually, why didn't it do yeah, for each? Okay, okay, for each achievement, and we're gonna call it achievement dash in the list of achievements, which will just be called achievement. If you want, you can call it achievement list, so it's more readable. Okay, so it's checking each achievement in achievement list. So we're gonna get the achievement dash, which is gonna just be the name, and we're gonna essentially say unlock the achievement, uh, and then which achievement are we talking about? Which Boolean achievement are we talking about? We're talking about this dot index, index very useful, dot index, and then we're gonna say equals to, now we're gonna say if it's 0 or 1. Now the way we're gonna know if it's 0 or 1 is by making another int here, call this like true or false, whatever you want to call it, true or false, and equals player prefs of get int. Always best to copy the word from somewhere else so we can misspell it. We're gonna say the achievement and then plus achievement dot index, Achievement index, sorry. Okay, so this is essentially gonna get uh, get if it's true or false, and it will just say if it's one or zero. So we're gonna say if true or false is more than zero, which means it's one. It should then write true. Now, else it's gonna be false. So if you don't know how these kind of if statements work, where you use this and this, it's a bit tricky. But essentially, this is asking if it's more than zero, which means it's gonna be one. We're gonna do true. Else, this means kind of like else, it's gonna be false. So now, hopefully, this should save it into here in the booleans. And by the way, this is like the hardest bit, like actually making achievements and saving achievements. The notification thing should be easy. Just like an animation coming and just checks. Actually, that's a bit of what we're already doing. So it's really good. Okay, achievement one and zero. Why? I think we should now actually just get achievement. Okay, so achievement one and two. I mean zero and one. Let's see if that works. Did not work. It's in here. In here. Oh, I know why it's not working. I did not give it an achievement list. I think that's why it's not working. Essentially told it every achievement and no achievements. So essentially doing all the code we were doing, but without an achievement. So now it should work. Oh, yep, all three. And we can even check here. One, two, three. It's all okay. Perfect. It's saving the achievements. You can even close Unity, open it again, it will save it. Okay, that's awesome. I'm sorry for all the mistakes I've done when doing this, but it's working right now. And again, if you have any problem, oh, you were writing last chat. Okay. You or the guy who's teaching is volume. Yeah, it's a bit low, I know. I don't know. Make it higher. Kind of increasing my volume. Not. You're doing fine. Thank you. Okay, so let's go to this. Now that we've done this, let's make the notification. Essentially, we'll make a new UI. We can we can make an image, raw image. Call this achievement canvas. Now let's see what's the solution going on. Okay, by the way, here's a tip for whenever you're working with canvases, scale screen size. You probably already know this, but still, it's useful because if you don't do this, then changing screen sizes will just break the all of the things you're doing with the UI. So let's just zoom out here. We want this on the right side, unless you want it on any other way. The right side usually looks best, but at the same time, if you're adding like a Steam achievement later on, it might overlap with each other. So that's why maybe that side might be better for you. Okay, so this is gonna be, let's make an empty game object, call it everything. This will essentially be just a notification. Notification. And put this raw image in it. Raw image will just be achievement. Yes, achievement. Where's the piece? Okay, achievement image. And we'll also need a background, which will just make it an image. Background, BG for background. We'll make this black background and like this. So now where is the background? all the way over here. Okay. So let's just make both of these be in the middle. Then in the we'll go here, Shift and Alt, and click this one. It should be snapped all the way over. So the background, just drag it here, make it a bit bigger. Let's see how that looks. A bit too big. We don't want it like that. You don't have to add an image here, by the way. The image, it's like the image for the achievement. If you don't want to, you don't have to. And on top of that, if you want, you don't have to put it here. You can make it in the, like, show the image somewhere else, maybe in like achievement lists or something. Okay, so that's, but I'm gonna, for purpose of the tutorial, I'm gonna also show how to put it here. So this one should be here, and we're gonna add the name UI TextMesh Pro. Uh, you can use the normal Unity text, but I really recommend you using TextMesh Pro because it's much better. Just you need to import it as here as I'm doing right now. Okay, so I should have actually probably started. Uh, okay, here, so it didn't take too long. Okay, so we're gonna write it. Name is, why am I writing Arabic? Name is here. This is the temp uh, placeholder for the name. Okay, then after doing that, we'll make the achievement notification. We'll write it here in the canvas. Achievement. Oops, what am I doing? We need to write color be neat. Achievement notification. Now the way we're gonna move the how we're gonna slide it into here, because we're gonna add an animation uh, where the notification slides into the screen. Okay, so first of all, we're gonna open the achievement notification. Let's load from. Okay, we're gonna be using Unity.ui and using TMP.RO, which is the TextMesh Pro. So let's try it like this and using TMP. Okay, first of all, so this is essentially gonna write all the information we need. So let's say I don't know I'm doing the name, for example. It's gonna take the name and put it in here. So that's what it's gonna do. So first of all, in text public text pro UGI. Okay. Uh, call it name, and then also we'll need a description. We don't need a description here. If you want, you can write the description. So I should probably do it. So if you want to do it, you can do it. So description, and then raw image, public raw image, call this image. And then lastly, but not least, public achievement. This is gonna be the achievement. Copy the name from here and try this over here. So after doing that, in the if statement, we're gonna write name dot text equals. Now we're gonna access the information from uh, everything like that from achievements. Achievement dot name. We'll just write it like that, and then we can copy paste this and change the disk if you want to that description. I'm gonna actually add a description, but this should essentially work like that. It's the same as name, so you can do that by yourself. And you know what? Actually, I'll do it. I'll do it. Yeah, this. I'll treat you this time. Now I'm gonna do the image. I accidentally change it here. Image dot texture equals achievement dot. Did I name it here? I just named it achievement image. Okay, that's what I named the texture before, not an actual image. Okay, so let's try this out. I feel like I'm getting something. Yes, I did forget something. Public animator. Anim. We call it anim for short. And then this is actually easy. So just anim dot set trigger. Trigger. We'll call this trigger uh, notify. Notify. Let's copy that for later so when we can write it down, we won't misspell it. Okay. No. Okay. 912. 912. But I wrote wrong. I thought I might have misspelled that. UGI. UGUI. Sorry. Am I still recording? I am. Nice. Do not break that. Okay. Perfect. Now that we've done that, look at this go here. We have not dragged and dropped this. So let's add the statue trigger. I think it's this one. Let's just leave the name. Achievement notification. Here it is. So we have quite a few things here. We'll just drag and drop them. Let's name this as name and add the description. By the way, you might want to write auto size here. So like if I just start typing here a lot, let's see there's a long name, it will make it shorter so it can fit until it overflows. So name will be this one, description will be this one. I don't think you should add a description here, but depends on you. I'm just showing you how to do everything. Achievement image and achievement, which actually I remembered something. Writing this in stars function, there should not be. It should be, I know, why am I calling it function? I mean, it should be in a public, not public, public. Voids, we'll call it achievement notification. Notification dash. Should it not be the same as this one? Okay, and now achievement. That's how we get achievement. So we don't need this line of code actually. So it doesn't actually. Now, when does it do this? When does it start the notification? Well, we can go to notification manager. I mean, achievement manager. Now we can write public achievement notification. If you want, you can add a like find with tag game object blah blah to get. But I'm gonna just be dragging and dropping it. It's especially you'll see what I'll do later. It's just like make this a child, make this achievement notification a child of achievement manager, so they all come together. That's better. So whenever we're unlocking an achievement, we also want to uh, make achievement notification dot achievement notification dash, and then achievement, which will be achievement here. Now, this works, but if we already have the achievement, what we'll do is, let's say I got achievement number one, and then I closed the game, came back, and I get this, I can get the achievement again. It'll give me notification. I don't want to get the notification twice. So what we could do is make an if statement checking uh, with player press. I don't know. Player press dot get int. Now, like we did here, will be right, and we can just copy paste it from here. So achievement that and dash dot achievement index. So we'll get that, and it'll ask one more. Yeah, and then it will see, okay, well, whatever this number is it equal to zero? That means is it zero? Which, if it's true, that means we have not got this achievement before. We're getting it right now. That's why you have to make this above this, because after this line of code, then it will be true. Before this line of code, it's not true. So that now before the line of code, it be zero. Then we do the notification. Then we actually say that hey, we're gonna save it. Now what's wrong? Every line of code I do is wrong. 54, 37, 54, 37. Hmm. Achievement does not contain. Oh, okay. I think I just. Oh, not save it here. That's why I don't save that place. My code. Programming for about an hour now. Separate from the game and is handled by Steam and Overlay. That's if you want to do it with Steam, not doing it the way actually. We're doing it independently. Which, by the way, if you want to later do it with Steam or with PS5, Xbox, whatever, that should be very similar in the sense we'll just need to uh, write a line of code saying, hey, to Steam, that hey, we unlocked this achievement. But the other, like stuff for the achievement scriptable object should be the same. So this is for independently making achievements, and later you can, if you ever, if you release your game on Steam, it should be similar. Hey, can you tell me what plugin are you using with VS Code? I tried following the official tutorial, but it did not work. Thanks. Plugins. I'm not too sure. If you want, after I'm done with class, I'll get it. Wait, it's a thing from here, right? Source control and debug extensions. I Okay, I'll after class I'll check it for you. Okay, so you're welcome. Okay, so we'll make the animation for this. Animator, we'll call this whatever we'll call it. Wait, first of all, the one to here. Okay, we'll call this notification animation. Notification animation. Okay, well, before we start the animation, we want this to be here, which outside the barrier, which means that we won't be able to see it. Which by default we don't want to see the notification unless we actually do it. So we're gonna just say after 1 second, this will come over here. Which let's check it. How does that look? Yeah, works pretty well. Okay, then we're gonna wait a few seconds. A few is too much. So that's 2 seconds. How about 4 seconds? 4 seconds. Then we could just like change the position of y to 1 and return 0 so that we have the keyframe. Actually, I think we can write keyframes like this. Yeah, add key. Don't have to do this. How does this work? No, that's enough to read. It's actually a bit too much, maybe. You can be choose that, so do it how you like it. Okay, so then we're gonna take this animation, put it here, but actually wait, no, sorry, put it here. Then we can put this here on the sorry, at 5 seconds. Then we can drag this to here, put on 7 seconds exactly, so it's exactly 1 second long. This now does will make it reversed. So that's nice. We can put this exactly in here. Now works wonderfully. Okay, now we'll do one more animation, which will go nothing animation or whatever. Nothing animation, which just will be an animation that's being looped. We can just, yeah, so this is nothing happening. This will be the default animation. Let's just go to the, now let's go to the animator place. Now we'll go to nothing animation, set it as default, as layer default state. So this we're gonna do by default. Then we're gonna add a parameter trigger. Let's just copy it from here. Trigger notify. So if notify is true, then we make a trans. Then we can here notify. So if notify is true, we'll do the notification animation, which will need to play around with these values to make it right. You can choose what you want. If you want, you can actually make nothing animation shorter. It doesn't matter how you do this. Maybe just make it, yeah, like, okay, let's just actually try it out now. So by oh, wait, I forgot to drag and drop the animator component. It should give me an error right now. Actually, not right now. We're not getting any. Okay, gonna drag and drop this animator. Now it should work. Okay, for the big review, did not play the animation. Let's see what's happening. Okay, for starters, let's see. This is here. If we do the spike, okay, if we do this, it should work. The animation seems to work properly. Uh, let's see why. Achievement of time. Okay, let's try this again, but this time looking at notify if the trigger is being set or not. Maybe somehow it is, but it's not working. So we just check it. Okay, it's not being social. Okay, that's weird. If that's not being done, this should be. Wait, notify. Just make sure it's the same name, same everything. Okay, and it's being triggered from here. Where is here actually? Here is here. Okay, achievement. Yeah, as always, debug.logs are our friend. Debug.log achievement. We'll call this achievement notification actually. We can name it like this. What does it? Oh, okay, so we're not actually calling it. Ah, oh, okay, so this is the problem. This if statement is, oh, so it's, oh, okay. Sometimes very, very, very stupid. Okay, so I figured out why it's not working. It's because our manager, let's get our manager script up here. So what's happening is it's already true. We already achieved the achievement. So this if statement is actually working. Uh, we just need to unachieve these achievements by debug, debug achievement. That's why we made it earlier. See, everything I'm doing is coming back. So we just we open the game, press debug achievement, and then untick all of these. So as you see now, everything is zero. Um, so now if we do get an achievement, object, okay, that's better than before. Okay, let's try it now. Wait, that's weird. Why did it give me that trigger? By the way, this is debug, so like the player won't get this bug if it's like a bug with this thing. No, okay. So object reference is not set to an instance. I hate this bug. It's always coming. Okay, so essentially the unlock achievement manager destroy the game object. Okay, so it's most likely the problem. Why is this the problem? We'll see right now. Achievement manager. Achievement notifications. Oh, I just remember, I just realized achievement notification. It's not done. Could that be causing it? Maybe somehow that could be causing it. If not, that would have caused another bug later on. Achievement notification. Yes, that was the problem. Oh, playing for the first time, you played the game. Well, that was cool. Was not expecting. Forgot that's gonna work right now. And here, easy level. That was easy. This is like this was achievement number one. We'll check the information if it's actually correct. And this mirror cool. Okay, let's check if it's actually showing up the right information. Uh, easy level. Okay, perfect. Mirror cool. It's showing the right information, guys. Perfect. So if you want, you can totally finish it here. Just a second, I'm getting my coffee. Okay, if you want, you can stop here, but you also want to show the player what achievements they got. So let's just make uh, just a list of achievements that are like open up by UI, which you can add to your pods menu, to your options menu, to your whatever. We're just gonna make a right now. Gonna make a new canvas. I'm just gonna call it canvas. Oh, and by the way, you should probably get the achievement canvas within the achievement manager, so you don't go between scenes with it. Okay, so we're gonna make a new UI, whatever. Now, actually, text. Let's just say achievement list. Doesn't have to look pretty for now. Perfect. Let's put it up. Maybe I can just do this. Okay, so after we get the text here, we want to, for now we have three achievements, so we just want to put three achievements. We'll go get the achievement notification, copy that, paste it into the new canvas. Now this achievement notification will rename to achievement. You can call it visual achievement or achievement list number one. Actually, I should number it 0. Okay. Uh, you can use a different numbering system if you want. So let's put this in the canvas. canvas. Okay, drag it here, and we got our first one. And it actually has the animate component to sync that. We don't need to have it make it have an animation. So I think we should make this bigger. It doesn't have to look pretty for me. It's your project. You make it look pretty. Okay, so we'll add another one. Actually, we'll add the scripts first of all. Any, what's achievement, achievement list. This is the last script we have to do, guys. So it's been an hour, 15 minutes, but last script. Okay, for this script, it's actually really short. It's also similar to achievement notification, as in we can actually copy and paste these two lines of code. And the reason I before wrote this as start functions because I got them both confused. So what you can do is get these three lines of code, copy them, paste them over here, and now achievement actually we'll need to we're gonna put achievement ourselves because it's just a list. It will always be like that. Oh, I did not write using here. Okay, and let's say achievement 0 image. Should actually get from the image up. Yeah, image will be from achievement image. Background doesn't need to be done. Name from here. This should get from here. Okay, so that's first one done. The numbering system here is by default. Let me actually change the number system. Numbering. If you don't know about this, it's gonna be helpful because numbering in system in Unity is about between these three. I'm gonna do it to this one and remove space before numbers and asset. Now if I duplicate this, it will be this numbering system. I like it more. So this we can add it at -50. This one can be at -0. No, minus 150. 250. Good enough. And -500. That's too much. So that's 50 minus 4. Oh, they're equal distance from each other. So now this canvas will be always be split here. What you can do is disable it if you're not showing it, enable it if you're showing it. That's I can't help you too much with that because that's depends on how you're doing it in main menu or whatever. I did not change this thing, right? Yep, I did not change this and this. And actually, we want to destroy this. If we don't have the achievement, we want to destroy the achievement. So to do this, we're just going to do an if player pressed is the last two lines of code we have to write, guys. About three lines of code. So if player press dot get int achievement, which let's copy it. Actually, we can copy some of this line. We can copy this. So achievement plus achievement.index, which we can again copy from here, but make sure that they're the same names because I don't think mine is. Yes, not the same name. Should be no without a dash. So this will check if this achievement is true. If it's true, it will equal to 1. So if it's false, we want it to be false. Let's say I don't have this achievement. Then I want to destroy this game object. Now, if you want, you can also instantiate a game object in here, which will essentially be like no achievement or something like that. I'm just gonna be game. I'm just gonna be destroying it. Be capital. Okay. So why is that like that? Why did it destroy everything? It we should have destroyed anything because we are equal to achievement. Wait a second. Wait a second. You did not want to make achievement.index. So with that, let's say it's the okay. We can do this after checking the other one. We'll do this just that we'll copy it. Right. And as we see here, it shows us all the ones we got. We got playing for the first time, you played the game, easy level, that was easy, mirror, 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 cool. Okay, now we just need to make it not show up if we don't have it, which we started but did not work. Okay, so let's check it. Playerpress dot get int achievement plus achievement dot achievement index equals 0. If so, destroy. This is literally the same as I have here. I always can just copy paste it from here. Achievement list. Oh, did I see? No, okay, no. I forgot. Achievement list. Let me just get the. I don't have it here. Okay, perfect. Okay, debug.log, our old friend is coming back. This debug.log this. Are we sure it doesn't work? I'll just debug.log. Now what you want to debug.log is just this name. So it'll tell us essentially like if it's correct player press. Message here. What's the class? Class is actually about achievements. We're almost done right now, but just the achievement list is left. By the way, guys, would you like me to send the code somewhere? Like maybe I could make a GitHub of this. I could if you want. Just remove disable these two just for checking purposes. Yeah, disable this stuff and can you give me a debug.log? Let's see why it's not giving me debug.log. Let's disable this and just so it does not destroy. Dang, I just used VC. Well, VC can work with Unity too. Yeah, Visual Studio Code does work with Unity. Achievement is achievement 0. Okay, so this did get achievement 0, and achievement 0, as you can see here, equals 1. If it equals 1, this should be blank. So it should not do this. Why is it doing this? This is a long step, but maybe, I don't know how, but maybe changing it to a 1 could work. No, not work. Wait, I have an idea. Maybe it's because on the start, these guys are getting to be. No, that's the int. We're using the int. That doesn't work like that. I actually have it on the side of my screen right now. It's the same. Why is it not working? Just, I don't know. Try putting an update. If that works. Last try. I don't know the length of this, but yeah, I think this takes loading a lot. Yeah, they just get destroyed as soon as we start. Uh, huh, weird, super weird. Okay, if you want, you can just not do this part, but I'm not gonna take no for an answer. I will stop it. If player press dot get int achievement, it's gonna be like a dumb mistake. I know it's like I don't know. This is like correct. Like why is it not working? So achievement comes in as let's say achievement 0. Its value is 1. Then this should not be called. Should not be done. This try should not be done. Okay, I'm an idea. I'm gonna on my screen stop streaming. Get I have it written down on WhatsApp. Let me just get it. I'll copy paste it. If it still doesn't work, I will give up. I promise this last won't be like this, me trying to figure out too much why it's not working. Okay, I'm back. Oh, everyone. I am.